Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jester Plays Divine of Isaac. So, today, today I want to talk about something different. I mean, it's gonna be pretty much me talking again, but I want to talk about something that I've, s- I've, I've struggled a lot. And to this day, I mean, all my life has always been something that I've struggled with. And the topic of today's discussion is motivation. And that's one of the trickiest subjects that I think that I ever wanted to touch on. But it's also one of the most, I don't know, it's the one that I've struggled the most to find something to be motivated about. And I'd like to explore this with you because I know that just like me, there's a lot of people that think that way, and maybe you are right now struggling to find a reason, a motivation, and something to make you do all the things that you want to do or that you feel that you need to do. And that's what I wanted to touch on today, because I still remember, like last year, I was lost. I was like so lost on what I wanted to do. I was so just living day by day, just basically existing, not living. I was just existing, and it was really difficult. I mean, no one tells you this, but it was difficult to just exist. I know it sounds silly, but it was a struggle, and I didn't even know it. I just I just thought that was right. I just thought for me that was the normal, and it's not. But I didn't know better. I was just it was just a person living day by day, and that made me feel really sad at times. And I struggle a lot to discover that. I didn't know that, but I just felt sad. I just felt bad all day, and I don't know. It took me a lot of professional help for me to be able to actually discover what was causing that and be able to work on it, because it's not easy. Um, like it took it was two things. The first one was there was a person that really helped me to like open my eyes. I think that's the best way to put it. To open my eyes and see that there's more than just what is around you. Life is more than just living or just existing, and that helped me a lot. Um, Actually, the reason why I actually found out about it was because I travel. It was the first time that I took a vacation. I traveled before for work, but this time I traveled because that was something for me. It was something that I wanted to do, and it it just benefited me, and that's something that I actually didn't do before. I didn't look for something that I liked, so I never knew what it felt like, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I mean, after that trip, I remember that I came back and I was really shocked. It was like a being like a bucket of water drop on your face, and it took me a while to recover for that, because I remember that I still felt wrong. I still felt like I didn't know what was going on with me. But I guess what happened is that I actually, during that trip, I discovered my motivation, my how can you call it? My reason to do all that stuff, because we just do it. I mean, right? You ever since you're born, you just learn to do stuff. You learn to do stuff because that's the right thing to do. You go to school because that's the right thing to do. You work because that's what you're supposed to do. But you never find what I realize is that you actually need to find a reason to do that stuff. Otherwise, you will find yourself in a situation where you are lost. And I know this varies for it's not gonna be the same from person to person. I'm just talking about me. Like I said, in the last video we talked about a little bit about my fitness routine and what I believe in that. This is the same thing. I'm just talking about what I believe and what I think about it. So don't take it, leave it. If it helps you, that's awesome. If it doesn't, but just hear me out and hear my point of view. Alright? So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's so easy nowadays just to lose sight of what is important. And at the end of the day, what is important is how you feel. It's not how everyone feels about you. It's not how everyone thinks about you. Because people can be mean. People can try to get you out of what you want and what you need. And that's not right, but people still do it. I mean, no one comes to this world and they tell you that life's gonna be easy, because it's not. Life is a struggle. Life is a bunch of choices, a bunch of lucky encounters, unlucky encounters, and that's what it's gonna be. But it's up to us to actually find out what our motivations, what our reason to be is gonna look like. And I think that's the most important thing that I wanna get out of this video, is that if at this point you don't feel like you have something to do, you don't know why you do stuff, then I'm here to tell you that there's something out there. It's just gonna be a little rough, a little difficult to discover, but there is something there. And sometimes it's the people around us that make us feel bad about what we do. Sometimes it's gonna be ourselves, that we don't allow ourselves to feel good. I know that struggle, because I just didn't felt like I deserved to feel good. I felt like I just wanted to be alone. I just wanted to. I felt that I needed to not feel good for some reason. To this day, I cannot tell you the exact reason why I felt that way, but trust me, the moment that you realize, that you discover that one thing, it's gonna change the way that you see the world. Because now you're gonna want to see the world. You're gonna want to be there, to experience it, to allow yourself to feel good. And I don't know, it's a really good feeling. I'm not saying that I have my life figured out, because I don't. But now I live step by step, day by day, and I'm actually living. I'm not existing. That's the big difference. And the way that I do it is that I take it one step at a time. I had some issues, because my way of thinking, I like to think that it's kind of different than most people. The way that I think is that, because most people that know me think that I don't have goals, that I'm just happy of where I am, and I exist that way. But that is not true. The reason why the way that I do it is that I just take it one step at a time. You know, like one example is that, I don't know, let's say work, because work is it's always changing thing. You do one thing one day, you do the other one, and you just you're doing the grind, you know. I don't think I have to tell you guys about it, but I use work not as a way, not as my reason to exist. I use it as a meaning to get what I want to do. So when people ask me, well, you wanna be stuck at that job forever? No, I don't. I don't think anyone needs to be stuck at one place all the time. But for now, in order for me to complete the goals that I want to do on the future, I need to be there for a while. And that applies to everything. It's not just work. It's you know, it's everything. If you feel like you are, the way that I felt, and I ever since I thought about the topic up for today, I knew that I was gonna struggle to convey what I wanted to say, but the way that I think about stuff is that if you focus too much on the goal, you are gonna end up being frustrated all the time because you're not achieving the goal. Like let's say that, I don't know, a faraway example is that you want to be an astronaut, right? So in order to be an astronaut, it's not just go to school and pass a test and be one. You need to go to school. You need to be in a really good physical condition. You need to, I mean, there's all these prerequisites for you to be able to become that, and you're gonna, if you don't put your mind and your effort to it, you're not gonna make it. And that's not saying that, because I do believe, I'm of the opinion that you can be whatever you want, that if you put your mind to it, you are gonna be able to make it. I firmly believe that. So if you guys ever feel like someone's putting you down, if you guys ever feel like you are struggling, just know that there's stuff for everyone. And that's that's the main thing that I believe. Like, I know that maybe I want a car. Let's be something that basic. Let's say that you want a car. All right, cool. Car is good. But what are you gonna do to get one? Like, are you gonna just I don't know. Let's say that I want a Camaro. It's, I don't know, $20,000. So if I want that Camaro, I'm gonna need to work. Say that I don't know, I'm 15. I only work half time at a McDonald's, and that's what I do. I'm losing this way. By the way, I'm just tacking, so I don't really care about the game. But let's say that you want that car. What are you gonna do to get it? You're gonna need to work your ass for it. You're gonna have to mow the lawn. You're gonna have to deliver the newspaper. You're gonna have to work at a McDonald's. And after all that, trust me, if you put your mind to it, you're gonna get that car. And when you get it, you're gonna feel the satisfaction of working and getting that car, right? Because effort is what make us feel accomplished. If you don't put any effort in what you do, even I don't know. It's just like we are really accustomed to the Hollywood way. Because we're really accustomed to the, oh, I'm turning 16 next week. My mom and dad are gonna make a big party for me, and they're gonna give me a car. And that's not always the case. I don't come from a wealthy family, I'm just a regular dude that I, I was able to, I was fortunate enough to work enough to be able to buy an apartment. And that's been my biggest accomplishment so far. And I'm really proud of it. I I had to work for like 5 years in order for me to be able to afford it. And then and then I and now I got it. Now I have a place to live. Now I have a something to I achieved my goal, but it wasn't easy. And if I was thinking all the time about my goal, then I don't think I will be able to make it. But what worked for me, and maybe it will work for you, and that's what I hope, is that I took it step by step, day by day, like mini goals. Like if I wanted to save up to buy my bed, then I will work my ass for a week and buy that bed. If I wanted to save up for my refrigerator, then I will just not buy coffee 3 times a week, and I will save up for my refrigerator, and then I will get it. And that's how I've been able to get the stuff that I want. Like here in Mexico, we do the thing where every door has like a I don't know, like the blinds, and you know that those are expensive. Those are not cheap. That's not something that you would just get on a day. And I will just not get frustrated. I was like, okay, maybe I wasn't able to be afforded to this week. Let's do the next one. Okay, something came up and I had to spend the money that I already saved for that. Okay. The trick about it is not get restless. Just take it one day at a time. Be like, okay, this week I'm gonna save up and get a coffee maker, because I want a coffee maker. And now you just gotta save up, apply yourself, and I promise that you will get it. It's like I don't have any doubt in you. And that applies as well for all the kind of jobs and raises and promotions. Like, you just gotta work the way that you're supposed to work. Don't take shortcuts. Shortcuts help sometimes, but if you can, just do it the old-fashioned way, and I promise that it will show. It will know. People will notice you. If you work all day and if you put your best effort to it, people will notice that, and that will bring you good stuff to your life. And then after you get that thing that you wanted, you just gotta keep it consistent. That's the most important thing. That you have to be consistent about what you do. Don't try to give your best most of the days. I'm not saying every day. We are not machines, but most of the day, if you can, just give it your best, man. And I promise that anything that you put your mind to, it will come true. Now, we get to the bad part, the ugly part, the part that no one wants to talk about. And those are the sacrifices. Yes, in order to get some things, you're gonna need to sacrifice some things. It could be time, it could be money, it could be, I don't know, not going to a party, or maybe you don't spend so much money on what do you call, on beer or on cigarettes or whatever you do. Maybe that week you don't do that as much, but if you really want something, you will work for it, and it will not cost you to do it, because at the end of the day you will get your reward, and you get to pick what reward that is. Maybe you say to yourself, you know what, if I don't drink a 6-pack every week to this month, I will have enough money to get myself an iPod. And You don't need the iPod, but it's a reward for yourself. And I promise that that counts. And I'm not here to put some evil on drinking or smoking, or you're gonna do what you wanna do. Don't let me, a random guy on the internet, try to tell you that something is good or bad for you. Because you're the one that does it, and you're the one that if it makes your life better, awesome. If you see that it's making your life worse though, then that's where I will tell you that maybe try not doing it for a while and see how that works. You can always go back. If you're like, okay, I'll try to drink one beer less this week and see how that goes. Maybe you will like it. Maybe you will save some money. Maybe you will realize that there's more things that you can do than oh god. There are more things that you can do with the money that you spend there. Maybe you want a big screen TV and you're like, yeah, and that's the dream that you have. Like, oh, you want a Samsung 65-inch screen, and you're like, okay, I'm never gonna save enough to get it, and then suddenly you're not spending $20 every week on candy. So now you have that money to enjoy it in something else. Why I keep dying? Good thing that I bought that one revive thingy. I think I'm gonna. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say this week. Like, try to be kind to yourself and try new things. Maybe the thing that you're lacking is like maybe you don't go to parties enough. Maybe you need to go to more parties in order to find out what you like. Maybe you need to go and play pool. I don't know. What I'd like for you to do this week or this day or whenever you feel like it, try to do something new, and try to do something new for yourself. Sometimes you may think that you're gonna enjoy. Like maybe you wanna cook, maybe you wanna read a book, something like that. Just try it. And if you don't feel anything about it, if you didn't like it, well, at least you will learn something. At least you will have a new experience. But yeah, I'm sorry if this episode came out a little different. I just wanted to get that stuff out of my chest and tell you that you matter. You're good. We sometimes struggle, but life is good, and you will find your way. I promise. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.